Hello, it's Tony B, aka Mission Ops, and we're up for another instalment of Set Up a Blog with WordPress. My voice is a bit funny today, but stick with me, we'll get through it. Okay, the changes we've made on the blog since we last met. There are 5 little changes that all together make one big change, and it's a graphical change to the blog. Now, I'm not sure if you can see these or not, but I'm going to point them out to you. Favicon, logo, image in the widget bar at the top. The links have images on them as well. And the last one is when you're in post, you'll see if I have a small video here, screenshot, as well as the larger video there. The small video is what we'll be using from now on in, because when you click that, you get a pop-up. So there you go, I get a pop-up and I'm able to make that as big as I want. And I was considering changing the theme because the videos weren't big enough, but I can change my decision now and just make large pop-outs for you. And it works in exactly the same way. Okay, so we'll shut him up, we'll get straight into it. Okay, so before I start, everything is specific to the iFeature theme which I have installed here. However, your WordPress theme will have very similar functions, and the way to get to those functions will be very similar as well. If you have any questions at all when you are setting up your WordPress blog, do please shout me, leave me a comment or send me an email or some feedback, and we'll get back to you. Well, I'll get back to you. Okay, so first things first, into the dashboard, and I'm going to Appearance and iFeature Options. Click that and we'll get our theme specific options. Let's move that down a little bit. Now I want header, which it conveniently is on. Now remember, you can move these across and have different things in your header department or header compartment. But I opted for logo and icons in the iMenu function down below. Logo and social icons with the I function menu down below. Okay, so I'm going to header options, and as you can see, I've already uploaded my logo, obviously, so there's a little screenshot of what I've uploaded. I'm going to show you how I uploaded the logo. It's the exact same process that I use for uploading the favicon, which I can't see, so I'm going to change. Okay, so with the favicon, you're going to choose a file and then you save it. Now I'm going to get a new oh, that's perfect. I'm going to get a new graphic, and this is a fantastic site for finding icons and logo and stuff to use in logos. iconfinder.com. Now I want something to do with WordPress, so I'm going to put WordPress in here and then click enter. As you can see, loads of WordPress graphics I can use. Just want one that comes small enough. I quite like that one, actually. This one also works, that one works. Which ones we have, people? What colour is our site again? Bluey grey, bluey grey. Okay, we're going to see if we can go with... I'm going to see if I can work with this one. See what size it comes in. Oh, there you go. I think I need 16 by 16, 32 by 32. Looks a bit big. So we try it anyway. As a PNG. We download it as a PNG. Oh, what happened there? Let's try it again. Just refresh that page. I think my internet's knackered. Give me a second. Okay, back again. I'm going to try it again. I'm going to right click and save image as this time, as on my desktop. Move that across a little bit. Save that there. I'm going to go to our blog. I'm going to choose a file. It's on my desktop. Where is it? There it is. And then save. Watch it spin for a second and watch it populate. So if I click this and refresh it, we should have a new icon there. Oh, there you go. Can't really tell it's WordPress, though, can you? Well, there you go. I'm going to leave it for now. But that's exactly how you do the same with your header. My header, for your information, is 149 high, I think it is, by 468 wide. It was 468 wide, which is what I started with, and I think it's 149 or 159 high, something like that. Anyway, you can play around with your own dimensions, but getting an image is really simple. You can use any graphic editing software. Just save the image and then upload it. I advise you to save it as a PNG so it goes onto any background then. Okay, what's next? This one here. Now, let's go to widgets, because we're looking now at the sidebar stuff. And I've got WordPress training tools. What I'm actually using is the Add Rotate plugin. However, I want to show you how I usually do my graphics, my widgets. This is much simpler, I think, and there's no plugins involved, so it's really easy to do. I always add a new post, or I always have a draft or a pending post in my blogs, and I call it pictures and vids, and I literally add pictures or videos that I want to have on the blog into this post and grab code, and I'll show you what I mean. WordPress makes it really easy for us to grab code like this. So I'm going to call it pics and vids, and I'm going to again, this is what I always do. If I do this, and you'll see why in a minute, and then this one gets censored, and I'm going to insert media. Excuse me, coughing. Okay, I'm going to search my computer. I'm going to add the picture of Jaxie. I think there's an unhappy child outside, isn't there? There you go, picture of Jaxie is where? Oh no, where is it? Oh, I know where it is. You see me logos and icons bit in it. Yeah. That's the one there. Okay, now it says Jaxie 250 by 250. Now I'm going to center it and insert it into the post. There you go. So next thing I want to do is, because I want to make this a link, a clickable link on my website here. So next thing I want to do is add HTML to it. So I'm going to go to my tools, and I do this because I'm using Go Codes. I'm going to go to Go Codes and right click, opening a new tab, and I'm going to pick up the code for Jaxie, copy that, right click, copy, go back to the image. I'm going to edit that image. I'm going to put my link in I want it to go to. Excuse me a second. Okay, back again. Did you notice I was gone? Anyway, I've added my Jaxie link most importantly, I want to make sure that link opens in a new window so the reader stays on my site as well as goes to the page I want them to go to. Also, I say my site stays open in their browser. Now here I have a clickable link. To get that link onto my blog in the widgets, I go to HTML view. I go to where it says, I go here where it's ahref, and then I know I've got my blog link here. Target is blank as in a new window. The image class is align center. Full image width, blah 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 blah, until the close of close of the link. I could include all this, but I'm going to show you something that's even simpler than including all that. In case you have a blog already and your blog widgets are not aligned to the center. Okay, so I've got my code. I'll stop warbling. I'll go to now back to my widgets. Okay, now to add a widget, or to add a code like this to a widget box, I'm just scrolling up. You use the text box. I'm right clicking and I'm entering my text. So if I save that now and have a look, I'm just going to refresh this page here. I should have one here, as in one Jaxi widget at the top and one Jaxi widget at the bottom. There you go. Now with Jaxi, because it's all on a white background, you can't really tell if it's off center too badly. However, if it is off center, what I do is center, close center, and that will make sure your widget and your graphic is in the middle of the blog, as in aligned to the center. Just going to refresh that. I'm sure we'll notice no difference at all. There you go. And that's how I would add it. Usually it's a lot simpler than using the this, as in the widget, the plugin, should I say. I'm tongue tied. It's a lot simpler than using the plugin, and no real coding involved, no heartache. Okay, you can go over and watch that video again if you need to, because I did stutter a bit, didn't I? Okay, what else have we got in here? We have the links have images. So with the link images, I saved images to my hard drive. I think you probably saw a quick look at them there. In my hard drive, these images I saved were 50 by, oh it says it there, 50 by 50. So because they're 50 by 50, they come up nice and small, and what I did was in my links section, if I click on the domains by name tree, for instance, if you scroll down a bit towards the bottom in advanced, it says here image address. So you just put your image address in there, you put any notes you want to appear here. I've got discount codes on Google. It doesn't transfer to the actual image, and that's just for your own benefit, it would seem. This description shows up in the bit here. Okay, learning all the time, aren't we, eh? Together. Always open a link in a new window so the target is blank, and that's about it. Update the link. Make sure that you've chosen the appropriate category before you update. That's about it. What else have we got changed? Just now in post, isn't it? Okay, so in post. That's all down to Traffic Player. So I'll quickly show you how that works. I'll go back to my pretend post. Pick some vids. Okay, if I want to add a video now, we'll use number 2 to add videos on. So center that. If I go to YouTube, and pick a random video. So I turn off of this for misspelling of running. Okay, we'll have this one just because. So I'll click on the video, I pause it, and what I'm looking for is this code here. Let's take the code, right click, copy it, and let's do what we do. With Traffic Player, Mark's made a few upgrades which make it a bit cooler. Paste that in there, with or without skin. Say he's got 2 new skins here as well. Say we use the around the shadow theme. Nah, let's say we use the iMac because we like that, don't we? Okay, I'm going to leave the dimensions as they are, or should I actually just have a quick scan do, because so what you could do to make sure you always have the right dimensions in your video. 640 380 is, I think it was 640 here, wasn't it? Yeah, so it would have been 380. So 380 is the ideal showing for that, I presume. So what I was going to say is I always add, for instance, if I'm only going to have it 400, it would say the width is 400, the height has to be 225. So I always know how to get a good looking video rather than a squashed up video. You know what I'm talking about. So auto hide, yes, that's the controls when it's playing. Controls, no, let's not have any controls there at all. You can just press on the video to pause it. No related videos, let's center the skin. Let's not have it autoplay. Toolbar, let's leave it as dark red so you can see what it is. Logo, yeah, let's show the logo and no title. So if I insert that, oh no, this is what I'm here to show you. The slider and preview and lightbox. Lightbox is the pop out, and the slideshow preview is a little icon you see. There's more here, but we'll do that another day maybe if I use it. You're able to add HTML basically, so you can add any HTML text in there, so you can add graphics in there, etc., to show up as well. So I've got the slideshow and lightbox, so I'm going to insert that in my pretend post, so it's inserted. Now I'm going to save the draft. And I'm going to preview the post. And you'll see, he says, oh, I still haven't worked that out, you know. I had a preview without doing this. Anyway, you see there? So it's little, it shows thumbnails of the actual video itself, which is pretty cool. But when I click it, it'll center line, it'll show me the dimensions I wanted in the frame I wanted. He says, click, 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 click. It's not opening, is it? What's going on? Oh, Got to publish for some strange reason. So we'll publish it just so you can see it. Then I'll make it a draft again. Okay. There you go, it's published. So now if I refresh that, I've got to make it a real link. Okay, so there it is, the last one. This appears because the video itself is above the page break. So something I found out earlier on was make sure the video is below the page break and you won't get that funny code showing. There you go, it's published, so now you can see it. Lovely and big, isn't it? So that's it. That's how that works. Remember what I said though about if you use Traffic Player, to get rid of this code here, you have to make sure the video you paste is below the page break. So for instance, you have to come after these words here. So however many digits or characters, make sure it comes after that and you'll have no issues at all. Okay, so I'm going to edit this, make it a draft again. Okay. Update it. Wood pigeons they are. Do you have wood pigeons where you live? Can you even hear my wood pigeons? I'll just click that again, that should disappear. Okay, that's it. Cheers for watching. Just a quick look at what the graphical changes were on how to set up a blog with WordPress. Cheers again. Thanks for stopping by. Bye for now.